Yo, welcome back to the House of Animation. It's your boy Jay, and we got a great video for you guys today. We're gonna give to y'all the top 5 Zoro moments. Now, Zoro got a lot of moments, so this was very hard to put a list together, but we think we picked out 5 great moments. Number 5. Starting off with the great Dressrosa art, it has to be Zoro and Pika. Man, what a fight this was. We see Pika constantly evolving with his stone fruit, and Zoro, you know, this man got a bad sense of direction, is trying to cut this man. But since Pika can constantly reshape his body, now my man Zoro is slicing this man's up over and over again, and Pika just keeps hiding into his armor. Finally, after piercing through this stone armor, we see the real Pika come out, and we get this fire scene of Zoro cutting Pika with armament hockey. Fire. Number 4. When was it for y'all that made y'all realize Zoro was your favorite One Piece character? For me, easily hands down, it had to be when Zoro declared his loyalty to Luffy after getting mopped. I'm talking washed by Mihawk. Imagine if you've been balling your whole life at LA Fitness and you see Michael Jordan walk in and you like, I think it's a good idea to ask for a one-on-one. Right after the Baratie arc, we see Mihawk just casually strolling through the sea. Zoro sees this and is like, I want that one-on-one. You're the greatest swordsman in the world, and that's my dream. So shoot, I'm gonna wanna see where my strength's at. Hands down, the most disrespectful fight in anime history. This man Mihawk says, you're not even good enough to fight me at full power. I'm just going to simply use my little baby knife. This man taunts him throughout the whole fight, and I'm talking about Zoro's going all out. It was so lit to see Zoro take the L and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go out like a man, like a true swordsman. So if you're gonna cut me down from the front. After losing, we see Zoro vowing to never lose again and to become the greatest swordsman in the world. Number 3. Now, with so many Zoro moments to choose from, and also One Piece being like 50 years long, we sometimes forget moments. But this next moment, easily hands down, was fire to see in the anime, and that is when Zoro slices Monet. So Zoro walks in on Tashigi and Monet shooting the ones. He's like, cool, I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm not gonna intervene. Upon seeing Tashigi take the L, he's like, alright, let me shoot the ones too. And Monet's like, aw man, you ain't gonna hit a girl. This man Zoro's like, you thought I was Sanji B? You crazy. You crazy. And in that moment, Monet knew she had fucked up. She was shocked knowing that Zoro was about to touch her up. This man Zoro casually walks over to her and Monet freezes in fear. And then Zoro slices her into 2 without even using his hockey. And mind you, Monet had the snow fruit. This man did her in, split her in two, using no hockey. This man goes to her and says, you've underestimated me, Snow Woman. When you thought you couldn't beat me, you should have run. Of course, there are things that I don't want to cut, but let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a fierce animal you were sure would never bite? Because I haven't. Dog. Number 2. My fault. I capped earlier. Y'all got me. When I said when Zoro fought against Mihawk, that's when I was like, this is my dog. It's my character. It's my guy right here. I lied. I did. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was when Zoro cut Das Bones' steel body. Mr. One of the greatest arcs in One Piece, the Alabasta arc. This man Zoro faces off against the second in command, the head honcho, Das Bones, Mr. One. Now, during this fight, this really tested Zoro's ability to fight, because not only is Das Bones' body made of steel, he's alright. He's a real good swordsman. This man's throwing sword kicks, sword punches, like it's a crazy firefight. Y'all thought Dragon Ball Super had it first? Nope, Ultra Instinct was first introduced into One Piece. During this fight, Zoro learns the breath of all things, which essentially is the boundary between life and death. And by achieving this state, this allowed Zoro to control and convey his will into his blade. And in this state, all your instincts are elevated. You can perceive things. Also in that, you can understand everything that goes on around you. And after learning this, we see Zoro give this man a slice. One and done. Finito. Fire. Before we get into our number one pick, we want to list off an honorable mention because like I said, Zoro has so many moments and I really wanted to include this one, but you gotta keep it at 5. So honorable mention when Zoro checks Luffy and by saying, don't let this man Usopp walk all over you. You can't just simply leave the gang and expect to come back so easy. Zoro has always been the voice of reason, and this is that first moment where we see Zoro check Luffy and be like, yo, you're a captain, you need to act like it. We ain't finna let this man walk all over you and then we'll let him back in willy-nilly. That's not gonna fly over here, B. And at this point in the story, I thought Zoro was gonna leave the crew. This was a great moment in One Piece. Number 1. Come on, y'all. Y'all already knew it was coming. And the number 1 slot goes to Nothing Happened Here. After fighting on Thriller Bark and defeating Gecko Moria, we see the Straw Hats exhausted, done up. Luffy finally gets back to his original body after being in oars for the last 30 episodes. And a Warlord of the Sea, Kuma, pops up on them. And is like, I kind of gotta put y'all on a t-shirt, so how y'all wanna do this? And in this weakened state, Luffy and the others are essentially passed out. So Kuma asks him, alright, so what we gonna do here? And with no other options left, Zoro decides to sacrifice himself to save Luffy and the crew. And by taking all the pain from Luffy and accepting it, hands down, one of the top moments of anime, hands down. This man Zoro says to Kuma, if I can't protect my captain's dream, then whatever ambition I have is nothing but talk. What a man that walks the walk and talks the talk. Now Zoro remains in the same position until the Straw Hats finally wake up. And Sanji, waking up, sees Zoro in a crazy state and asks him, yo, you good? What happened? And Zoro drops this bar on him. Nothing happened here. Fire, boy. Fire. Greatest moment. Hands down, don't at me. Don't even at me. I hope you guys liked our picks, and if you didn't, leave down below in the comments what you think we could have added or what we missed. Like, comment, subscribe, and with that, you already know what it is. Gotta blast.